Hey guys, it's Mike Nelson with WholesalingHouses101.com. Today I'm going to show you guys how to search for buyers for your properties. I'm going to use 3 different techniques to find buyers for your property, and hopefully this works for you guys. Alright. First, you want to make sure that you have a login for Listsource.com. Once you're logged in, you should come to a screen that looks like something like this. What you're going to want to do is you're going to want to go over here to the left and click Create Your Own. Okay. Way one that I'm going to show you guys is by zip code. Okay. So I'm going to search by zip code. I'm going to pick a random zip code and I'm going to select 19120. Now let's say if you have a property in this zip code, alright, you can type that zip code in down here, click add. What that'll do is it'll bring up every property in this zip code. Now what you want to do is you want to find properties that have been purchased by absentee owners, and absentee owners this basically means that whoever purchased this property, and what we're going to do is we're going to do from the last 6 months. So whoever purchased this property within the last 6 months did not live in it, and chances are is that that's an investor that purchased that property. And we do not want to exclude corporate owned properties. The reason being is because usually people put their properties in LLCs, so we do not want to exclude that. Alright, so we want absentee corporate owned properties. We want no preference because that means that it's going to include both. Then we're going to go over to the property tab. We're going to do last market sale date, and we're going to do the last 6 months. Okay, then we're going to add, and this should add. So in that zip code within the last 6 months we have 66 properties which were sold. Now what I want to come over here and do is I want to come over here and do property type, and I want to select, let's say if my home that I have is a townhome, or yeah, let's say a townhome, I'm going to click add over here. Okay, and what that's going to do is it's going to bring up properties which are similar to mine, and you can even go in detail. And let's say if you have a property which has 3 bedrooms, then you can put 3 bedrooms in here. I usually do 3 to 10, which means that it has at least three or more bedrooms up to 10. And I usually don't use that. As long as I have an absentee and they bought townhomes, then that is good enough for me because I know that this is an investor. This is an absentee owner that purchased that property in that zip code. So that's, and then you can come over here and click purchase list, and you'll be able to purchase that list, and you'll be able to get that information so that you can mail to those absentee owners. Now I'm going to show you another way. Let's say you want to come over here and you want to find buyers. What I like, this is my favorite. My favorite way of doing it. I come over here to map search. I will type in the property address in here. So let's say my property address is 5839 North 7th Street, Philadelphia, PA 19120. Okay, now I'm going to map it. It's going to have, let me see, for some reason it's not showing a little dot on this map. Okay, here we go. That's my property right there. Now what I want to do is I want to zoom out because I'm going to find properties I'm going to draw a polygon. Now, you can either draw a polygon or a circle depending on what areas you're in. In some areas, when I'm in the further down south where you have more rural areas, you have to draw a polygon. But in this area, which is a large city and you have a large amount of homes, you can draw a circle, and what that'll do is it'll give you, let's see if I can show you guys. It'll give you a radius. And so if you guys can see down to the top to the bottom right, I can get a radius of up to a mile. I can get it up to 1.46 miles. And this will give me all of the properties within that area, of a radius of 1.46 miles. Then what I do is I come over here and I do the same thing. I do absentee. I do, no preference on corporate owned properties. Then I come back up to the property field. I click on that. I do last market sale date, last 6 months, add. It's going to bring up a larger number. I should have a larger number. Property type, which is going to be a townhome. Click add. Okay, well, it's around the same number. So as you guys can see, it's that probably was the zip code as well, as far as the radius. And I'm gonna show you guys, and then you would click purchase and go down there and purchase it the same way you would any other document, any other list. I'm gonna go over here and I'm gonna create another one, and I'm gonna show you guys another way that you can find buyers for your properties. Then what you want to do is you want to select city. Okay, this is for people who do large volume. Usually I'll purchase I will purchase the whole entire list for my city, so that I'll usually just mail to the whole entire, if people purchase properties within the last 30 days, I'll mail to them. So I buy my list by the city. So this is another way of doing it. Shouldn't take this long. Alright, so I'm going to go to Philadelphia, click add. Come up here to options, absentee owned. I'm going to no preference on the corporate owned side of things. Property type, which is going to be a townhome. Since I'm here, last market sale date. Let's do the last 6 months. Add. Then come up back up here, do property type. Same thing that you would do in the other methods that I showed you guys. No difference. And you would go ahead and you would purchase your list just the same way. It'll just be a larger number of people here for this list, and this list is 1,100 people. But guys, that's how you find your cash buyers for properties in the area. Now, one of the things that I did not tell you to do was to see if the property had equity, and the reason being is because you can get a ton of different buyers from this particular list. You can get buyers that purchase homes with loans. You can get buyers that purchase homes with cash. Now, that's not to say that a person that purchases a home with a loan doesn't mean that they can't buy multiple properties, because I've ran into buyers that they obtain mortgages for properties and they're constantly buying properties up and fixing them up and refinancing them out. So that's why I did not show you guys how to search for properties with equity, because you open yourself up to a different group of buyers. But guys, that's Mike. I'm Mike Nelson with wholesalinghouses101.com. If you have any questions, you can send me an email, Mike M. Nelson at wholesalinghouses101.com, or Mike Nelson REI at gmail.com. Thanks guys for your time.